Hi and welcome to the video review for the DeLonghi Authentica Plus bean to cup coffee machine. So overall first impressions when I got this out of the box is that it does look the business. It's very large, it seems to have all the features that you'd require to make a good latte or if you just fancy an espresso. So let's talk about what actually comes in the box as standard. So obviously you have your coffee machine here, you're given some decalcifying tablets, you're given some tools for different activities you can do with the coffee machine. You're also given a water filter, which I have not yet fitted, and you're also given a standard instruction manual. I highly recommend with this product to read the instruction manual. It's not very intuitive what the buttons on the front actually do. Some of them are obviously, but to get the full features out of this, I'd advise you read the manual. So let's turn the coffee machine on and we can see what happens. So straight away it has to heat up the water at the back. This can be a lengthy process sometimes. Now it's going through a rinsing cycle. Every time you turn this machine on, it'll have to rinse hot water through the coffee spouts at the front. This feature can be turned off as it's in eco-saving mode at the moment. But it's advised that you do keep this feature on. I've now been advised to fill the tank at the back. I will take it off. There's a water tank at the back, so I'll just fill that and I'll come back. So we've just filled the water tank up on the back. Now I'm going to run through some of the features of the coffee machine. So on the side here we have the steaming nozzle. Depending on which way you pull the black tab here, it'll either give you a cappuccino which just froths the milk with a bit of heat, or you pull it to the top and that's the hot milk, so if you're making a latte or a hot chocolate or something like that. We'll just turn the steamer on so we can see what that's like. One thing I have found with this coffee machine is the time it actually takes to start heating the water up. As you saw then, I just pressed the button for steam and we're still waiting for that steam to start. It's beginning to kick in now. And that's the steam starting. You just press the button again and that turns it off. All the other features are pretty much standard what you'd expect with a coffee machine. You have the size of the coffee you'd like, the strength of the coffee, whether or not it's 1 or 2 cups. There is a feature here as well just for hot water, but in all honesty I would just put the kettle on. It does take quite a while for the water to heat up for that. So let's talk about some of the bad points of this coffee machine. The main one that probably jumps out at most people if you are looking at this review is the price. I find it is quite expensive for what you get. There are other models half the price of this and the features that they offer are pretty much the same as what this does. So at the moment I'm not really seeing that value for money. Another bad point is you can actually only do one function at a time. I found this out through trial and error. I didn't actually read the manual, which I advise you actually do. You cannot heat or steam your milk and pour a coffee at the same time. Through further investigation, it's actually because it's only got one heating element inside, so you have to time it. So now let's actually talk about the good points of this. It does actually make a very nice cup of coffee. You have a lot of customization available in it. You can change the strength, you can change the size of the coffee. There is actually a feature as well to have your own setting for your own coffee. So your custom strength and your custom coffee amounts. To conclude this review, the DeLonghi Authentica Plus does have some very good features. The ability to froth or heat up the milk, the different levels of customization you can have with coffee strength, the amount of coffee. It is big on the cleaning features as well. It does do a lot of rinse cycles. It does bring up messages whenever you need to conduct a certain bit of cleaning on the kit. But for me, those good points do outweigh the one bad point for me, and that is the cost. Those features that I've just mentioned as good points, they exist in models that are a lot cheaper than this one. And another bad point from me is the fact that you can multitask. You can't do two things at once, such as heat your milk and pour a coffee at the same time. It may sound like I'm nitpicking, but that does waste a lot of time, I think. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been helpful.